Did you know that 40% of your daily actions aren't conscious choices? That means almost half your life is on autopilot, repeating the same habits that either lift you up or hold you back. Imagine if you could reprogram those habits' small daily changes that compound into unstoppable productivity, energy, and confidence. It's time to take control of your life, one habit at a time. Book: Daily Habits That Change Your Life. Author: Cassian Harper. Audiobook by Readrealm. Introduction: The Power of Daily Habits. Have you ever noticed how the smallest things often make the biggest difference? Not the big, life-altering decisions we romanticize, but the quiet, repetitive actions we perform when no one's watching. The way we start our morning, the way we speak to ourselves, the way we end our day. These little moments, stacked one on top of the other, build the architecture of our lives. That's the power of daily habits. Every day, whether we realize it or not, we are programming our future. Each tiny choice, whether we scroll or read, procrastinate or plan, snooze or rise, becomes a vote for the person we're becoming. Most people underestimate this. They wait for motivation to strike like lightning, believing that one massive burst of effort will change everything. But motivation fades. Habits don't. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I met a man who completely transformed his life. Not through a grand moment of inspiration, but through a quiet decision. He was overweight, unmotivated, and convinced that discipline was something other people had. One morning, instead of sleeping in, he chose to walk for just 10 minutes. The next day, he did it again. Weeks passed, and that 10 minutes became 20. Months later, he was running 5 miles before sunrise. When I asked him what changed, he smiled and said, "I stopped trying to be perfect. I just tried to be 1% better." That's the magic formula right there. The 1% principle. Getting 1% better each day doesn't sound revolutionary, but compounded over time, it's unstoppable. If you improve just a little every day, by the end of a year, you'll be 37 times better than when you started. That's not theory. That's mathematics meeting consistency. But here's the truth most people miss. Habits are not about willpower. They're about systems. Motivation may light the fire, but habits keep it burning. Our brain loves patterns. It craves predictability. That's why every habit follows a simple loop. Cue, routine, reward. A cue triggers the behavior. The routine is the action, and the reward is the satisfaction that reinforces it. The more often we repeat that loop, the more automatic it becomes, until one day, it's just who we are. You don't have to overhaul your entire life to change it. You only have to adjust the small things you do every single day. That's where transformation hides. In the ordinary, not the extraordinary. Think about the person you want to become. The focused one, the energetic one, the one who follows through. That person is built through repetition, not revelation. Each morning routine, each intentional pause, each mindful decision becomes a brick in the foundation of your future self. In this book, we're going to build that foundation together. Over the next chapters, you'll discover 5 powerful areas where small, consistent habits lead to massive change. Your mornings, your productivity, your mindset, your health, and your evenings. Each section is designed to be practical, science-backed, and adaptable to your life. No fluff, no unrealistic routines, just clear steps that work in the real world. If you've ever felt stuck, if you've promised yourself that this time will be different, this is your reset. This is your opportunity to rewrite your daily rhythm. You don't need to change who you are overnight. You just need to start showing up differently today. So, take a breath. Imagine where you could be 6 months from now if you began stacking small, intentional actions every single day. Because here's the secret. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. Let's build habits that lift you higher. Chapter 1. Morning Routine Habits for Success. It's 6 a.m. The world is quiet. The sky is painted in soft shades of gold. Outside, everything is still, but inside, something powerful is waiting to begin. How you start your morning is how you start your life. Every day, you're handed a blank page, a fresh opportunity to decide who you want to be and how you want to show up, and whether you realize it or not. The first hour of your day sets the tone for every hour that follows. Your morning is the foundation of your focus, your energy, and your mindset. Build it right, and the rest of your day unfolds with clarity and control. Build it carelessly, and chaos will fill the gaps. I once spoke with a highly successful entrepreneur who told me, "My morning routine is my anchor. Without it, I drift." That statement hit me hard, because he wasn't just talking about productivity. He was talking about direction. His routine wasn't just about tasks. It was about identity. So, what makes mornings so powerful? The answer lies in your brain's chemistry. In the early hours, your cortisol levels, your natural wake-up hormone, rise to prepare your body for alertness. Your dopamine levels also begin to climb, boosting motivation and focus. In other words, your brain is wired to perform at its peak in the morning. It's like nature's built-in reset button. The question is, are you pressing it intentionally or just hitting snooze? Let's be honest, most people don't wake up with purpose. They wake up to noise. The phone alarm rings, and within seconds, they're scrolling through messages, notifications, and news. Before even getting out of bed, they've allowed the world to decide their mindset. That single habit, checking your phone first, hijacks your focus before your day has even begun. But what if you started differently? What if your mornings were designed for you, not for everyone else's urgency? A powerful morning routine doesn't have to be long or complicated. It just needs to be intentional. Let's break it down into simple, actionable steps, a structure you can customize around your own life. Step 1. Wake with intention. Instead of waking up to noise, wake up to purpose. Set your alarm just 15 to 30 minutes earlier than usual. When it rings, sit up, plant your feet on the floor, and take 3 deep breaths. Don't reach for your phone. Don't rush. Just pause and acknowledge. This is a new day, and I get to decide how it starts. Step 2. Hydrate and move. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated. 1 glass of water in the morning wakes up your metabolism, sharpens your mind, and starts your system. Follow it with movement. Not a full workout, but simple stretches or a quick 10-minute walk. Movement triggers blood flow and releases endorphins, signaling your brain that it's time to be alert. If you can, step outside. Morning sunlight tells your internal clock it's time to wake up, regulating your energy and improving your sleep later. This one small habit, sunlight before screens, can transform your focus and mood. Step 3. Reflect and prime your mind. Before diving into the noise of the day, take a few moments to connect with your mind. This could be through journaling, meditation, or gratitude practice. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, or 1 thing you're excited about. These micro-reflections shift your brain from survival mode to growth mode. Science shows that gratitude and mindfulness increase dopamine levels and reduce stress, effectively priming your brain for success. You're not just thinking positively. You're rewiring your brain to focus on what's working instead of what's wrong. Step 4. Set intentions for the day. Now that your mind is clear, decide what truly matters today. Write down your top 3 priorities. Not 10, not 20. 3. When you focus on fewer things, You give them power. This isn't just productivity. It's clarity. Ask yourself, if I could only accomplish one thing today that moves my life forward, what would it be? That single question turns vague goals into meaningful direction. Step 5. Cold showers. Affirmations and other boosters. Some people swear by cold showers. They trigger adrenaline and boost alertness. Others use affirmations, simple, empowering statements like, I am focused, or I am becoming who I'm meant to be. The goal isn't to copy someone else's ritual, but to build a rhythm that speaks to your energy. If you prefer quiet mornings, keep it slow and mindful. If you thrive on motion, make it active. The key is consistency. The moment your brain associates morning with purpose, your entire day becomes structured around momentum. The 20-minute versus 1 hour morning routine. Not everyone has an hour to spare. That's okay. A short routine can be just as effective as a long one. If you only have 20 minutes, divide it like this: 5 minutes of movement, 5 minutes of gratitude, journaling, 10 minutes of focused planning or quiet reflection. If you have an hour, expand each step, include reading, stretching, meditation, or a slow breakfast. The length doesn't matter. The intention does. A mindful 10 minutes beats a distracted 60 every time. Design your ideal morning mini exercise. Take a moment to imagine your ideal start. If your morning could give you peace, clarity, and energy, what would it look like? What time would you wake up? What's the first thing you'd do, and the first thing you'd stop doing? How would your body feel after your first hour? Write it down, visualize it, then start tomorrow with just one small change. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need a consistent one. Here's the truth. Success isn't built in the boardroom, the gym, or the spotlight. It's built in the quiet hours before the world wakes up. It's built when you choose discipline over distraction, progress over comfort. Your morning is your launch pad. It's the first vote you cast for the kind of day and the kind of person you want to be. So tomorrow morning, when your alarm rings, remember this: you're not just waking up. You're rising into the life you're building, one habit at a time. Welcome to your new beginning, one sunrise at a time. Chapter 2. Productivity habits that boost focus and efficiency. There's a quiet moment right before the day begins, when your mind is sharp, your to-do list feels possible, and everything seems within reach. Then, a notification pings, an email lands, a random thought drifts in, and suddenly, focus slips away like sand through your fingers. Sound familiar? In today's world, focus isn't just a skill. It's a superpower. We live in a time where attention is constantly under attack. Every vibration, every tab, every scroll is designed to steal a tiny piece of your concentration. The truth is, most people don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they're distracted. Let's talk about productivity. Not as a race to do more, but as a rhythm to do what matters better. The science of focus. Why you lose it so easily. Your brain isn't built to multitask. Every time you switch between tasks, replying to a message while working on a project, checking notifications during deep work, your brain burns energy. Studies show that it can take over 20 minutes to fully refocus after a single distraction. Imagine losing hours each day to scattered attention. That's not laziness. That's design. To reclaim your focus, you have to work with your brain, not against it. Productivity isn't about squeezing more into your day. It's about aligning your habits with how your mind naturally works. The power of systems, not motivation. Highly productive people don't rely on willpower. They rely on systems. They've built routines that make focus automatic. Let's explore a few that work, simple, proven, and easy to apply starting tomorrow morning. 1. The Pomodoro Technique. Work in focused 25-minute sprints, followed by 5-minute breaks. After 4 rounds, take a longer 15 to 30-minute break. This method works because your brain loves structure. You give it urgency, but also recovery. Those short breaks reset your focus instead of letting it fade. 2. Time blocking. Divide your day into blocks dedicated to specific types of work. Deep work, admin, meetings, learning, rest. During each block, you focus only on that task. No switching, no just checking. When your time is pre-decided, you stop negotiating with yourself. 3. The 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Send that reply, organize that file, clean that desk. This rule prevents microtasks from piling up and stealing mental energy. Small completions create momentum. These aren't just productivity hacks. They're focus habits when done daily. They teach your brain that your attention has direction and value, designing your environment for deep work. Here's the hard truth. You can't expect focus in a world built for distraction. If your phone buzzes every few minutes, if your workspace is cluttered, your brain is fighting a losing battle. Try this. Before you start your next focus session, put your phone in another room. Turn off non-essential notifications. Close the 12 open tabs you might need later. Your environment should reflect your priorities, not your impulses. Create a visual cue for deep work. Maybe it's lighting a candle, putting on instrumental music, or clearing your desk. Over time, your brain associates that cue with focus, like a switch flipping into productivity mode. Energy management, not just time management. We've been taught to manage hours, but not energy. The truth? You can't be at your best all day. Everyone has peak hours. The time when your mind feels sharpest. For most people, that's the morning. For others, it's late at night. Identify your peak window and protect it fiercely. Do your most important work then. Don't waste your best energy answering emails or scrolling. Use low-energy hours for lighter tasks. Admin work, errands, planning. Productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing the right things when you're at your best. How high performers protect their focus. Let's look at real-world examples. Writers like Stephen King start writing at the same hour every day. No exceptions. Olympic athletes block time for mental recovery as strictly as they do for training. CEOs often schedule no-meeting mornings to preserve creative energy. They all understand one thing. Structure creates freedom. When your day has rhythm, you don't waste energy deciding what to do next. You just flow. Your 7-day productivity challenge. Now it's your turn. For the next 7 days, track your focus. Each day, ask yourself, when did I feel most focused today? What distracted me the most? What time of day did I do my best work? At the end of the week, look for patterns. You'll start to notice when your energy peaks, what kills your focus, and how your environment influences your attention. Use that data to shape your productivity habits. Here's the truth most people don't hear. Productivity isn't about being busy. It's about being effective. It's not about filling your calendar. It's about creating progress that matters. When you master focus, you master freedom. The freedom to direct your energy toward the things that actually move your life forward. So, the next time you sit down to work, silence the noise, close the tabs, breathe, remind yourself, this moment belongs to me. That's not just productivity. That's power. Chapter 3. Mindset Habits for Positive Thinking and Growth. There's a quiet power that lives in the way you talk to yourself. It's not always loud or dramatic. It whispers through your thoughts when you fail, when you hesitate, when you doubt. Most people never realize that the voice in their head is the single greatest force shaping their reality. Change that voice, and you change your life. Let's begin with a simple truth. Your mindset is not fixed, it's flexible, trainable, and alive. Psychologist Carol Dweck coined the terms fixed mindset and growth mindset to describe two ways people approach life. Those with a fixed mindset believe their intelligence, talents, and potential are static. They either have it or they don't. But those with a growth mindset understand that abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. It's not about being perfect. It's about being willing to evolve. Think about the difference between these two voices. A fixed mindset says, "I can't do this." The growth mindset says, "I can't do this yet." That one word, yet, turns limitation into opportunity. Now, cultivating a growth mindset isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily habit, built through small actions that rewire how you see yourself and your world. Daily affirmations and visualization. Every morning, your mind wakes up waiting for direction. You can either feed it with doubts or with declarations. Affirmations are not magic spells. They are mental instructions. When you say, "I am capable," or "I am becoming stronger every day," your brain begins to search for evidence to make those statements true. Pair that with visualization, seeing yourself succeed, walking through challenges with confidence, picturing your best self handling real-world problems. Olympians, CEOs, and artists all use this mental rehearsal to align their inner belief with outer action. Spend just 3 minutes each morning repeating your affirmations and visualizing your day. Over time, your subconscious will begin to follow the script you write. The power of mindfulness habits. The mind loves to wander. To the past, to the future, to fear, to comparison. Mindfulness brings it home. It's the practice of noticing the present moment without judgment. You can start with 1 minute of conscious breathing. Feel your chest rise and fall. Listen to your thoughts come and go, like clouds passing in the sky, to make mindfulness stick. Try habit stacking, linking it with something you already do. For example, after brushing your teeth, close your eyes and take 3 slow, deep breaths, or before opening your phone in the morning. Sit still for a minute. These micro moments of awareness, repeated daily, rewire your brain to be calmer, clearer, and more focused, reframing failure and self-talk. Every setback you face has 2 stories, one that breaks you, and one that builds you. Which one you tell yourself determines your growth. When you fail, your brain releases a surge of self-criticism. But with practice, you can interrupt that loop by reframing. Instead of saying, "I failed," try, "I learned what doesn't work." Instead of, "I'm terrible at this," say, "I'm still learning this skill." This isn't false positivity. It's psychological resilience. Research shows that people who reframe failure recover faster, take smarter risks, and stay motivated longer. A practical habit each night. Reflect on one challenge from your day and write down how it helped you grow. This trains your brain to associate struggle with progress, not defeat. Emotional resilience habits. Your emotions are signals, not enemies. Learning to understand and regulate them is what turns chaos into clarity. Start with gratitude. Every morning or evening, list 3 things you're thankful for, big or small. Gratitude rewires your brain to notice abundance instead of lack. Next, add journaling. You don't need pages of writing. Just a few sentences about your feelings, wins, and lessons learned. It clears mental clutter and gives you emotional distance from your thoughts. Finally, master the simplest yet most powerful reset button, breathing exercises. When stress hits, inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and pause for 4. This box breathing calms your nervous system in under a minute. Take Maya, a graphic designer who used to spiral into anxiety. Whenever clients rejected her ideas, she began a 10-minute mindfulness routine every morning. followed by journaling one lesson from each rejection. 6 months later, she wasn't just handling feedback better, her creativity soared. Or Ethan, who was terrified of public speaking. He recorded himself giving a 2-minute talk every day, paired it with affirmations like "I speak with clarity and confidence," and visualized success. Within 3 months, he delivered a speech to over 200 people and nailed it. These stories aren't rare. They're proof that mindset transformation is a habit, not a miracle. The 7-day mindset challenge. For the next 7 days, practice these 3 habits. 1. Morning affirmation and visualization -3 minutes daily. 2. Mindfulness moment 1 minute after brushing your teeth. 3. Nightly reflection. Write one lesson from your day. By the end of the week, you'll notice subtle shifts. Less self-doubt, more awareness, and a calm confidence that wasn't there before. Your thoughts are the seeds of your life. When you plant positive, growth-driven ones, your world transforms from the inside out. Remember, your mindset is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. So, take a deep breath. Let go of who you think you should be, and step into who you're becoming. One thought, one breath. One day at a time. Chapter 4. Health habits that energize your body and mind. Imagine waking up without reaching for coffee. No foggy head, no heavy limbs, just clear energy. The kind that makes you want to move, think, and create. That kind of energy doesn't come from caffeine or motivation. It comes from habits. The small, steady actions you take each day that nourish your body, sharpen your mind, and build the foundation for everything else in your life. We often think of health as something we have to chase, a goal on the horizon. But the truth is, health isn't a destination. It's a system. It's the quiet rhythm of how you sleep, eat, move, and recover. When you align those rhythms with your body's natural design, you unlock energy on demand. Let's explore the daily habits that turn your body into an ally and your mind into a powerhouse. The energy-productivity connection. Most people try to boost productivity with time management techniques, but time doesn't create energy. Energy creates time. When you feel drained, even an extra hour won't help. But when your body and brain are fueled properly, one focused hour can outperform a sluggish 8. Think of your body as a battery. Physical movement, good food, and quality rest recharge it. Stress, poor sleep, and processed food drain it. The key is not to do everything perfectly, but to build small, repeatable systems that keep your energy consistent. Micro habits for daily fitness. You don't need a gym membership or an hour-long workout to stay fit. What you need are micro movements. Tiny actions that keep your blood flowing and your muscles alive. Start simple. Take short walks after meals. Just 10 minutes of walking improves digestion and stabilizes blood sugar. Stretch your shoulders and neck during breaks. It releases tension that silently drains focus. Mind your posture. Sit tall, breathe deep, and let your chest open. Your body posture directly affects your confidence and energy levels. Stay hydrated. Fatigue is often dehydration in disguise. Keep a water bottle at your desk as a visual reminder to sip frequently. Even more powerful, stack your fitness habits. Do squats while brushing your teeth. Stretch during TV commercials. Take calls while walking. When movement becomes part of your routine, you no longer have to find time for fitness. It finds you. Sleep optimization habits. Sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. During sleep, your brain cleanses itself, your hormones rebalance, and your memories organize. Yet it's the first thing we sacrifice. To build better sleep habits, focus on rhythm over hours. Going to bed and waking up at consistent times tells your body when to power down and when to activate. That's your circadian rhythm. And it's like your body's internal clock. Start a bedtime routine. Dim the lights, stretch, or journal. Most importantly, give your mind at least 30 minutes of no screen time before bed. The blue light from your phone tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime, making it harder to fall asleep. Quality sleep is the most underrated productivity tool you'll ever have. A well-rested brain makes faster decisions, regulates emotions better, and solves problems more creatively. Eating habits that fuel focus. Food is information. It tells your body how to feel and your brain how to think. A poor diet doesn't just slow your metabolism. It slows your mind. To build sustainable nutrition habits, think in terms of balance and mindfulness. Include protein in every meal. It stabilizes energy and keeps you full longer. Choose complex carbs like oats, sweet potatoes, or brown rice to maintain steady focus. Don't skip healthy fats. Avocados, nuts, olive oil, they nourish your brain. And remember hydration, because even mild dehydration can reduce cognitive performance by 20%. Try mindful eating. Sit down. Eat slowly and actually taste your food. When you chew consciously, your digestion improves and your body learns to stop when it's satisfied. You don't need a strict diet, just awareness. Eat to fuel your life, not to fill your stomach. Habit stacking for movement. Habit stacking is your secret weapon for physical consistency. Pair a small fitness action with an existing habit. Do 10 squats while brushing your teeth. Stretch your arms after checking emails. Walk in place during phone calls. Do 5 push-ups before your morning shower. These micro habits might seem small, but stacked together, they create momentum. You'll start to crave movement because your body feels better when it gets it. The weekly health tracker. Here's a simple system to stay accountable. Create a weekly health tracker. Draw a small grid with 7 columns for days and 4 rows labeled. Sleep, movement, nutrition, hydration. Each day, give yourself a score from 1 to 5 in each category. You'll quickly see patterns, like days you slept poorly and felt low energy, or days you ate clean and focused better. Tracking creates awareness, and awareness fuels improvement. The 7-day energy challenge. For the next 7 days to 1, walk for 10 minutes after each meal. 2, drink a full glass of water every 2 hours. 3, power down all screens 30 minutes before bed. 4, add 1 healthy, whole food meal daily. By the end of the week, you'll notice something powerful. Your mornings will feel lighter, your focus sharper, and your body more awake. Your health isn't something you fix when it breaks. It's something you protect every day through small acts of care. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to start where you are, 1 habit at a time, because when your body has energy, your mind has clarity. And when your mind is clear, your life becomes unstoppable. Chapter 5. Evening routine habits for reflection and reset. There's a quiet magic in the moments before you go to sleep. The world slows down. The noise fades, and for a brief window, your mind opens to peace, reflection, and reset. Yet, for many of us, that window is filled with blue light, anxious scrolling, or unfinished thoughts that spill into the next morning. But here's a truth few realize. How you end your day determines how you begin the next. Evenings aren't just the ending of a day. They're the foundation of tomorrow. When you close your day with intention, your mind rests lighter, your sleep deepens, and your focus sharpens by morning. In this chapter, we'll design habits that allow your nights to become your greatest ally for growth, recovery, and clarity. Why evenings are the hidden key to success. Think about your last truly peaceful night. No screens, no rush, just stillness. How did you feel when you woke up the next morning? calm, refreshed, and more in control, right? That's no coincidence. Evenings are when your brain transitions from doing to being. During this phase, your mind organizes memories, learns from experiences, and cleanses stress from your nervous system. When you rush through this phase or fill it with noise, your brain never gets to close the loop. You wake up already behind. Successful people don't just have strong morning routines. They have powerful evening resets. It's not about perfection. It's about intention. A few quiet habits at night can recharge your energy, sharpen your focus, and give you peace of mind before your head hits the pillow. The power of a structured night routine. Let's create a night reset ritual, a personal system to wind down, reflect, and restore. Start with a simple sequence that cues your mind. It's time to slow down to 1. Unplug digital sunset. 1 hour before bed. Power down your screens, phones, laptops, even TVs. The light from screens suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to rest. Instead, dim the lights around you, light a candle, or play soft instrumental music. 2. Reflect journaling. Take 5 minutes to jot down what went right today, even if the day was messy. Find one win. Gratitude rewires your mind to see progress instead of problems. You can also note what you'd like to do differently tomorrow, without judgment. 3. Reset preparation. Lay out your clothes, prep your workspace, and review tomorrow's top 3 tasks. This simple act signals to your brain, I'm ready for what's next. 4. Relax, reading or meditation. End with a calming activity. Read something uplifting, or do a short guided meditation. Focus on breathing deeply and releasing tension from your body. The sequence isn't rigid. It's a ritual, something sacred, slow, and personal that tells your mind, the day is done, and I am safe to rest. The digital sunset habit. We live in a world that glorifies stimulation, scrolling, streaming, constant pings. But your brain can't transition from chaos to calm without space. That's where the digital sunset habit comes in. Think of it like this. If you scroll through social media right before bed, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening on screen and real life. It keeps processing, reacting, and thinking long after you've turned off the lights. That's why you toss and turn, replaying conversations or random thoughts. So tonight, try something radical. Power down your phone 1 hour before bed. Place it out of reach. Replace it with something analog, a book, a notebook, or silence. You'll be amazed how quickly your mind starts to breathe again. The science of sleep optimization. Good sleep isn't luck. It's biology. Your body follows a circadian rhythm, a 24-hour internal clock that controls when you feel awake or tired. Every night, your body expects cues that it's time to wind down. Here's how to support it. Keep a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Lower the lights an hour before bed. Bright light confuses your brain into thinking it's daytime. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. And finally, associate your bed with rest, not work or scrolling. When your environment supports your biology, sleep becomes effortless. Reflection. What went right today? Reflection is more powerful than most realize. It's how you extract meaning from experience. Each night, ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What went well today? 2. What challenged me? And what did I learn? 3. What can I do better tomorrow? This nightly ritual turns your life into an ongoing lesson. You start to see patterns. What drains you? What fuels you? What needs changing? Over time, reflection transforms frustration into awareness, and awareness into growth. When you close your day with gratitude and curiosity, you sleep with peace instead of pressure. The night reset ritual exercise. Let's make it tangible. Here's a simple night reset ritual to practice. Tonight, 1. Dim the lights and set your environment for calm. 2. Write down 3 wins from today, no matter how small. 3. Note 1 improvement you'll focus on tomorrow. 4. Do 1 relaxing habit. Stretch, meditate, or read. 5. Leave your phone in another room. This ritual takes just 20 minutes, but pays you back with mental clarity, emotional calm, and better rest. Ending with intention. Here's the truth. Successful days don't start in the morning. They start the night before. Every evening gives you a choice to carry the chaos of today into tomorrow, or to let go, reset, and begin anew. Your night routine isn't about rules. It's about peace. It's a quiet promise to yourself that no matter what today looked like, tomorrow can start brighter. So tonight, when the day ends and the world goes silent, take a deep breath. Let gratitude wash over you. Let go of the noise. And as your head meets the pillow, whisper to yourself, I've done enough. I am enough. Tomorrow, I rise again. Conclusion. Building the life you desire. 1 habit at a time. There's something quietly powerful about beginnings. But what truly defines us are the things we repeat, the small decisions, the simple actions, the unseen moments when no one's watching. But we choose to show up anyway. You don't need to reinvent your life overnight. You just need to start with 1 habit. 1 action that aligns with the person you want to become. Because change doesn't happen in a single breakthrough moment. It happens in hundreds of tiny, consistent ones. If you've made it this far, you already know this truth. Your daily habits are the blueprint of your future, becoming the person who does the habit. Here's the real secret. You don't need to force better habits. You need to become the kind of person who naturally lives them. Instead of saying, I want to work out, say, I am someone who moves every day. Instead of, I want to be productive, say, I am someone who honors their time. Instead of, I want to think positively, say, I am someone who looks for growth in everything. Habits stick when they're tied to identity. You're not chasing goals anymore. You're expressing who you already are. Every time you follow through, even in the smallest way, you cast a vote for that identity. Miss a day? No problem. What matters most is that you keep showing up to vote for the life you're building, staying consistent through the plateaus. There will be days when it feels like nothing's changing, when progress feels invisible. That's normal. Growth often hides beneath the surface before it blooms. When motivation fades, lean on systems, not emotions. Systems make habits automatic. Even when you don't feel inspired, use visual reminders. Track your wins. Celebrate small progress. And when you slip up, don't quit. Restart. You're training your brain to build consistency, not perfection. Remember this. Discipline is the bridge between goals and growth. The 30-day Daily Habits Challenge. Let's make it practical. Starting tomorrow, commit to a 30-day Daily Habits Challenge. Here's how it works. Choose 1 small habit from each of the 5 areas. Morning, productivity, mindset, health. And evening, track them daily for 30 days. Don't aim for perfect days. Aim for consistent effort. For example, morning gives. Drink water before checking your phone. Productivity gives. Use the Pomodoro technique for 1 key task. Mindset gives. Write 1 sentence of gratitude daily. Health gives. Walk for 10 minutes after lunch. Evening gives. Journal 1 win before bed. At the end of 30 days, you won't just have new habits. You'll have a new rhythm for your life. The truth is simple but powerful. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your habits. Goals give direction, but habits build the staircase that gets you there. Every day, with every small choice, you're either climbing higher or standing still. So, take this book not as an ending, but as a beginning. Let it be the start of your next chapter. the one you write with your actions. Because your life doesn't change when you decide what you want. It changes when you decide what you'll do every day to become it. Start today, start small, and remember, greatness isn't built in a moment of inspiration. It's built in the quiet, powerful consistency of daily habits that change your life. Thanks for joining us in Read Realm, where every book finds a voice. If you enjoyed this audiobook, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new upload. Got a book in mind? Drop it in the comments. You're next. Favorite listen could be our next upload. Until then, keep your mind open and your headphones on.